Hey guys, back to making a video. Sorry it's been a while. We've been pretty busy with some other stuff. So I'll have to show you guys what I did with the toe on this vehicle and how I would have fixed the toe. It's very simple. The toe plate, apparently some kits came with a 0 plate, some kits didn't, you know. I think the easiest way to fix the toe on this is to take the D3 toe plate, which you'll see is the RR plus 0, right? RR plus 0 is 0 toe. It'll fit right in and has the location pins, same as the one that you have on the D4. This is a D3. It'll bolt straight into the place, and 0 toe, done. All right, so for 0 toe, the reason why I go 0 toe is so that when I'm traveling sideways, the one wheel is not fighting the other wheel, which means if I'm traveling in that direction, the one wheel's driving this way, and the one wheel's driving that way, crossing over each other, fighting each other constantly for who has more grip, right? So it makes it very unstable. For racing, yeah, it's fine. You come out of a corner, you get off the gas a little bit, and it rips the car straight. Because we want to stay sideways, we want both wheels straight, which gives us both wheels even contact with traveling sideways, right? It gives us more sideways acceleration and just a more stable platform sideways. All right, so now I'm going to show you about the rear shocks and the front shocks and why I have them this way and why I think it's a good way to have them. You'll see the rear shock will be leaned in on the top and pushed out on the bottom, right? So the rear shocks, we are super soft and we have them leaned in quite a bit. Now, the reason why I lean them in is for it to happen softly but very long. The duration goes longer if I have it out wide in top. And what I mean by the duration is slower or longer, it's longer for this point to travel than a straight up and down shock, okay? Then, if we look at the fronts, in this point, it's very up and down. Not enough. I mean, I'd like to see this way more straight up and down. Harder coil, right? The piston on this one is just a strictly, normal 3-hole or normal 4-hole piston. The holes are made a little bit bigger, okay, which allows a lot more fluid to travel through it. But because of the coil is so hard, it's a lot harder for it to happen. But when it happens, it's easier and straight up and down faster. When the rear, it's more leaned in, it happens a lot longer, right? Faster, softer, but longer. This one is harder, still fast, and easy. A quicker movement, okay? Which allows me, when I get off the gas, the nose can dip, gives me more front steering, I can switch faster. All right, so I'll talk to you guys about the rear anti-squat that I think all chassis should have. Even in real cars, we do it. Like a S13, we put a 2-inch spacer on the subframe to build squat into the chassis. Well, same here. I have a 2mm spacer in here, right? Where my finger is right here, you can't really see it, but there's a 2mm spacer in here, which means these arms are now not level at standstill, they're actually dipped in like this. Which means if I accelerate and the car squats, it makes the arms flat. Which means my arms and suspension can travel up and down, not away from the ground this way. Because I have the spacer, it makes it go up and down like this way. So yeah, I think that's also a very important mod. It gives you a lot of speed, a lot of acceleration for sure. All right, guys, so next what I'm going to talk to you about is the piston itself inside your shocks. Usually it's like this one, where it's 3 holes or 4 holes, really, really small. So if you can imagine, your oil has to travel through that little hole as fast as possible and as smooth as possible, right? And this is what it comes with standard or stock. This is a modified version that I usually do with all the cars at my club. You'll see I've made it into 6 holes. And the reason why 6 is now on the back, I want it to happen smooth and fast, immediately. If you get on the accelerator, I want it to work now. Not in a couple of seconds, but immediate. So this is more the high grip style. This is if you wish you had grip style, okay? I don't know why the companies make it like this. It's more racing. We're not racing, we're drifting, right? So here we go, 6-hole piston, 3-hole piston. What I would do is I would take a 1.5 millimeter drill bit and hone it out with my hand so it looks like this. You can go 3 big holes for the front and then 6 big holes for the back. 10 weight oil on this one, 30 weight oil on that one, and yeah, people wish they were fast. This is how you get quick. All right, guys, so this is just a recap on what we spoke about on the D4. Pretty simple, man. I think the most important part of this chassis here is the front end. If you fix the front end, everything else is perfect. All right? I think they've done a good job on putting the weight on the back for acceleration. But the front end, the KPI, obviously is a huge problem. So what we did, if you watch the videos, we removed the KPI, right? We made sure we have a flat contact patch. And yeah, we put some battery weight in the back. And beyond that, we didn't have to do much. So if you want to watch the videos, if there's anything that you'd like me to explain more in depth, or you have any questions you'd like to have answered on the video, please hit me up. I'd love to answer any questions. And then, yeah, thanks to RCMart for giving us the opportunity to make these videos and show you guys how to make a sick rear-wheel drive drift car. Anyway, thank you guys, take care.